Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, welcome back to my video. So today in this video I would do a book review again. And today we're gonna discuss about or we're gonna review one of the novel from the Laila Lalami. So the name of the novel itself it's Hope and Other Dangerous Pursuit that was published in 2005. So for me personally it is quite an old book because like when the first time they're published, I was just about years old. So it's really an old book, but I guarantee you guys this is one of the great book that I've ever read. So basically, the novel itself it's the story that focusing on the four characters inside of the novel. There are Murad, Aziz, um, Fatin, and Halima, and the story revolves around the characters' life that are attempt to illegally cross from the Morocco to Spain through the Strait of the Gibraltar, and wish like with the hope that they will get a better life in Spain. So there are several issues that are being discussed in this book, like immigration, separation, resilience, gender identity, faith, and even family expectation. So, but the story itself, it's more focusing on this character's life. Like, despite their different background, but they have like the same motivation, the same purpose, which is to get a better life in Spain. So the novel itself, it contained like it's separated into two parts. So each part, it's like the part one, there are like four chapters, and the second part is also contained with the four chapters. And for the first for the first part, it's more focusing on the character's life back then when they were in Morocco, and the second part is more focusing after they illegally crossed, because like some of the characters is made it to Spain, but some of them it's not made it to Spain. They get caught by the Guardia Civil of Spain, and they should return back to Morocco. So to make it more concise or more clear, I already quote four things that I found really interesting from this novel. So the first quotation, it's there wasn't any point in living when all you could do was to survive. So these quotes describe the despair felt by the characters trapped in their circumstances, emphasizing the struggle for meaningful existence beyond the survival. So this is very relate with our life right now. Maybe most of us it's we live just for the survive. We live just for every day we work, we school just for survive, without we realize what is the meaning of life itself, right? So when the first time I read this line, it's very hit me. The second quotation is how 14 kilometers could separate not just two countries but two universes. This is portrays the profound psychological and physical barriers faced by immigrants, highlighting the stark contrast between their dream and harsh realities. This is really close to with our life. Maybe it's not just happened in Morocco or Spain. It's also happened in many places. For example, like maybe one of the country in the Africa, which is one of the poorest countries, and if it's compared with the country in Europe, it must be like there are two different world. Like even in here, it says like just 14 kilometers, but it's also but it can separate two different world, something like that. So the third quotation is she was rich, she has the luxury of having faith. For the little context first, this is happened when Fatin remember one of her friends back then in Morocco, Nora, where she's very rich. So she assuming that maybe Nora still like practicing her religious, while Fatin can't do that anymore since she worked as a prostitute. She not wearing her hijab anymore. So Lalami here critique socioeconomic disparities, showing how wealth can afford individuals' choices that others lack, specifically regarding to faith and identity. So this is the reality of the world we're in, where wealth can afford the individual choices, something like that. Meanwhile, like maybe other person want to practice it and they didn't have the chances, while others maybe have the chances because they're rich and they didn't need to worry about the money or anything. So the fourth quotation, it's he will work the fields like everyone else, but he'll look for something better. This just shows Murad, one of the characters inside the novel, hope and ambition, as he believed his education set him apart from other immigrants, showcasing the tension between personal aspiration and social aspiration. So what I really love about this book, I really appreciate how genius Laila Lalami is showing the emotional depth of each character. So the author is not just tell about the immigrant issues, but also explore the deep characters' emotion, characters' fear, characters' hope, and the stuff. So these characters is so heartbreaking, but also can be very inspiring. Uh, the the thing that I didn't like, it's even I really enjoy to read this novel, but when I was read the few chapters at the beginning, for the example, like for the first chapter, it's a bit very slow pace, and also I quite struggle with some of the traditional terms and context. But overall, the novel itself is very mesmerizing and amazing. So for the ratings, I would give this novel about 4.5 out of 5, because I think it's quite simple. Like, you know, the language and the diction that the author used is very simple, and I really it's a really enjoyable novel. But sometimes, like what I said before, I can struggle with some of the traditional context. So that's all from me. That's all my book review about this novel. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope that this review can help you guys whether decide to read the novel or not. But I really hope guys you at least like read this novel once, because it's really really inspiring and amazing books. So that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see ya in the next video. Bye bye.